here's your heads up, and guess what? I'm telling you a secret. I'm sharing a secret. And you know I hate people who say, this is the secret way. But it's a way and a process that's going to change tomorrow to make it even better than it was today, and then the following tomorrow even better than that tomorrow, and tomorrow just gets better and better. It's a brilliant process. So please do just have a listen, do it, and you'll create wonderful stuff for your life. Okay, I'll see you in the next 2 seconds or so.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, do you want to know a secret? A secret to make your day. Well, the thing is, you know I don't do secrets, because I think that's a load of old BS that people say, come and listen to this secret, because all they're trying to do is sell you something. And I'm not going to sell you anything other than share a good way to have a good day tomorrow. Because the secret of this is, there's that word secret again, that the reason this tends to work is because a lot of the time we don't think we've done very much in a day. Sometimes we don't even think what we've done. You know, we've talked about before about reviewing the day that's gone before and reviewing how far we've come in our project, in our work, in our personal development and things like that. A lot of the time we fail to do that, which is why I tend to remind you, because it makes such a big difference. I was actually made a comment of this on, I was doing a Q&A webinar for my son and his mastermind group. And it was all about a woman who, when she first was on it, she was very nervous, very anxious, and all her posts were about how bad her days were going to be, and they were, and everyone was against her, and things were so bad because she was so worried about everything that went along. Well, fast forward to now, and she's now exhibiting photographs of her work of nature, of birds and dolphins and things like that. All the things she's seeing in nature, and she's not only putting them on display to the group that she's in, but she's putting them on display to the general public. Now, to me, that takes a lot of kahunas. You've got to have big kahunas to show your work, because you're putting yourself up for criticism, aren't you? Now, that shows how far you can come. So this is a way of accelerating that a little bit, because, as I say, you might think you've had a crappy day, but if you were to look through it and review it again, you'd probably find there's one or two things in there that were pretty good. So here's the thing. What I'm about to share with you is a secret. It's a secret to make tomorrow even better. And certainly even better than it would have been if you didn't do this secret. And the other thing is, you get to sleep well too, which is really weird because it just seems to make you sleep better. You know, before I go into this secret, I do love that word secret, it's so BS. But before I go into this process, I'm going to share with you just a little thing. I often, with my clients in hypnosis, will ask their unconscious mind to, when they sleep naturally, in the natural sleeping way, to review the day that's gone by. So at an unconscious level, your unconscious mind, or their unconscious mind, reviews the day that's gone by, celebrates the good stuff and learns from them to make them even better, and also the things that weren't quite so good, to learn from those to make them even better. So when they wake up, they can have those learnings and make each day better. Now that's great unconsciously, but I was thinking, how could we make that into a conscious process to get your unconscious mind to do that type of thing anyway? You know, so what would happen if you did that consciously? And the thing is, you're probably saying, what the hell are you talking about, Cluffy? You're going around in circles. Well, here we are. Here's the process. If we did this consciously, just before you go to sleep, your head is on the pillow, you're ready to enter into the land of Nod. So just before you do, I want you to consciously remember the day, but in as much and just ask yourself, what have I done which has been really pretty good today? What have I done? What have I achieved? What have I enjoyed? All questions of that nature. Because I know when I do this, I think initially, as we all do, well, I haven't really done a lot today. Been busy, but I don't think I've done a lot. And then you go, oh yeah, I had a really good result from that client. Or, yeah, that phone call I had, that was really nice. Oh, and I did that. Because they don't have to be the biggest thing in the world. They just have to be the thing in your world. So it could be the smallest, subtlest thing that you did that just was pretty awesome. And as you think of each one, what happens is you get to feel it, because you're going back over those few hours and minutely, very quickly, you're reliving that, even just thinking it and giving it a label or whatever it is. You have to, at the unconscious level, feel the feelings that gave you. And you're stacking them because you're going through the day. Maybe there's only 3 things, and I know you'll find more. But even if there was only 3 things, you've stacked those 3 emotions on top of each other. And what happens when you stack emotions? They get more than 3 times the amount, because the whole is greater than the sum. Because they multiply with each other right before you go to sleep. So effectively, you're telling your unconscious mind, who's listening in, by the way, because your unconscious mind is quite nosy, really, because it listens to everything that you think about and what you say to yourself and things like that. So it's listening in, and you're telling your unconscious mind, this is what I like. This is what I enjoyed. And if you say these words for no other reason than to finish this little process off, this or something better, thank you. Or thank you, this or something better. Either way round will do. And then drift onto that, off into that land of Nod, to sleep with angels and sleep so deeply in all the wonderful things. Because you will. And guess what? Your unconscious mind will begin to process those feelings, and begin to find out or work out or notice in the waking day more of the same, opportunities to do the same. Because that's just what happens. You know, whether it's the law of attraction and you're sending out those vibrations of those good feelings and good intentions, or whether it's a reticulating, activating system, so your mind is actually just noticing all that stuff and deleting all the other stuff that doesn't apply anymore. And then the following day, you tend to have a little bit more, if you do this process again before you go to sleep, and then a bit more and a bit more, and things just start to happen. And then it just becomes a natural thing before you go to sleep. These things will just come to your mind. What a wonderful habit to create in your life. Take the responsibility to create a wonderful habit that only lasts for maybe a minute, and it takes no effort whatsoever. Well, there you go. That's a secret. Then it's not a secret now, because I've shorn it with you, and it was never a secret anyway, because I don't believe in secrets. I want to share. And as I want to share, if you feel this is a nice little thing to do, why don't you be a sharer, and share this with everyone you know. Absolutely everyone, by the way, everyone, because you don't know what those people are thinking. You may maybe think they've got their shit together and all that type of stuff. But do you know what? Sometimes behind that facade, just like you, we hide these things. And this little, if there's a little gem in any of these podcasts, they'll find the little gap to come into and shine. And you'll have made a great difference, because the subtle changes are massive changes, because they just keep building incrementally, I think, exponentially, which I can never say. And you suddenly end up being the creator of such a wonderful place to live in because you're helping other people create the same thing. Anyway, that's what I believe. So please do share the podcast. And as you know, the music will come in a minute. Before you go to iTunes, go to Castbox is a great app to have, and subscribe. Put up a review if you would. 5 stars are always good. If you enjoyed it, it doesn't take a second. No, it takes a bit longer than that. People tell you that is going to take very long. It takes a little bit of effort, but the effort is worth it. You'll feel good after it. I promise you, you'll feel really good. So enjoy that. Enjoy all the free hypnosis at paulcloughonline.com/podcast. Sign up. Be part of the Personal Development Unplugged community with all of us. So there you go. Enjoy till the next time. Have fun. Bye-bye now.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.